Hello everybody, welcome back to the Homestead, the Mud Puddle. Friday morning, we're in the low 40s, the sun is out, and there's still a little bit of snow on the ground here and there, little patches. It's been a very interesting few days. We had a couple of snowstorms roll in. We got a total of about maybe between 2 and 3 inches of snow total. But it was nice. We finally got some snow. We haven't had any snow, with the exception of one small snowstorm, I believe back in September or November, I don't remember. I write it down, folks. We keep a daily log of the weather. We've been doing that ever since we moved here. Anyway, it's been kind of nice. Like I said, something different. It was cold. Yesterday was very foggy yesterday morning. But very enjoyable, guys. I'm up here on top of the hill looking at the water level in our water tank. Let me show you here. And before any storm, like I was saying, I make sure that this tank is full. I make sure that we have plenty of propane. And, oh, there goes a rabbit. There he goes. Little jackrabbit. He's hauling butt. Anyway, that was pretty cool. I make sure that we have plenty of water, plenty of propane. It's just something that we do every time there's weather coming in. I'm trying to avoid going out in the rain or the snow, if at all possible. I don't mind doing it, but it's much easier to just be prepped for any storm. I certainly don't want to run out of propane. I don't want to run out of water and have to go out in the middle of a storm to bring some back. But we do collect rainwater, snow melt, and we do haul the water in. All three, depending on the situation, the weather, that sort of thing. And we used up maybe 250 gallons in about a week, maybe a little bit more. So I'll be going into town this weekend, maybe even today, to bring back another load of water. I like to keep that tank topped off at all times, just like I like to keep all my propane tanks full. You know, anytime one runs out, I go fill it back up. Just the way I do things out here, guys. I'll be collecting a little bit of firewood today. I'll be bringing it from my stack that I have in the backyard into the back porch area next to the back door. And that way I'll have a couple of days worth of firewood. Just a lot easier to bring in early in the morning or late at night when it's cold, instead of having to walk out to the backyard. Again, just things that I do, guys. They become habits over time, and it works for us. You know, someone else out there living off the grid or on a homestead may do things differently, and that's okay. You know, it's different for everybody, guys. Everybody has their own ideas. Everybody has their own chores. And as long as it works for you, and this has worked for us, the way we do things for the last 3.5 years, we really haven't changed much. We do learn. We've been caught before in the middle of a storm, you know, low on water and things like that. So we learn. So anytime a storm's coming in, we make sure we are prepped for it. We are ready for it. And it makes it much more enjoyable, guys, to sit in the house or out on the porch and watch these storms and not have to worry about whether or not we have enough propane for the stove or enough propane for the water heater or enough water to get us through the storm. And it's a learning thing, guys. I say it all the time. We're not pros out here. Probably never will be. But it truly is an adventure. But it's incredible, guys. Here I am in the middle of nowhere, on my property. No one bothering me. We just saw a jackrabbit run by. We've got crows and ravens flying around. And anytime it snows, for those of you that follow, you know that I like to come out and look for tracks. And as the snow melts, we get muddy situations, which is also an excellent time to come out and look for tracks. Usually it's coyote tracks, deer tracks, rabbit tracks, cows. You know, there's cattle in the area that wander around. It's a good time to look, guys. I like to know what's roaming around the property at all times. And when the ground is wet, like it is now, It's an excellent time. Usually we get a lot of mud after a snowstorm, but we've been so dry, folks. We haven't gotten much precipitation in 6 or 7 months. And so as the snow melts, the ground is so dry that I believe it's just absorbing all of the moisture. So it really isn't that muddy. It's moist, but it's not that muddy. It's kind of nice. So this is why I probably will go out today to bring back more water from town. There isn't too much mud to worry about, especially hauling a trailer behind you with about 350 gallons of water. That's a lot of weight. But I'm in no hurry, guys. Like I said, we only used about 250 gallons or so, maybe 300 gallons. There's plenty of water in the tank, but I like to keep it topped off. If I don't do it today, I'll wait a day or two. Sometime this weekend, I'll make my trip into town. You know, we know people out here that hire the local companies. There's 2 or 3 water companies in town, water hauling companies. These guys will come out and bring you water for a fee, obviously for a price. And we've only done that twice in 3.5 years. When we first moved here, the tank up here was completely empty. So I had someone bring me 2,000 gallons of water. They charged me, I believe, $160. And I'd done it one other time. I don't remember why. But $160, guys, for 2,000 gallons of water. That'll last me maybe almost a month. But if I do it myself, it only costs me about $11 a month to haul water. So it's way worth it for me, guys. I've got the trailer, I've got water tanks, water totes to haul the water and bring it up here to the hill and unload it into the tank. I do have a water pump. I've done a couple of videos, you know, this process of unloading the water. And yeah, I like to keep it covered at all times, keep it new, keep it running healthy. So regardless of the weather, this always stays covered. I've got some chemicals here. Every once in a while, I'll throw a little scoop in there. This tank we've never used. It's fiberglass. The idea is to take that down this summer down to the garden area and get it set up where we have extra water down there for the garden during the summer months. We already have an 800-gallon tank, a metal tank. I'm sure some of you have seen that tank in my videos. You know, water for that area. I've got, I think, almost a dozen IBC totes, 250 gallons or 275 gallons, somewhere around there. And that's where I collect all of my rainwater off the roofs, the house, the cabins, the sheds out there. And I still have 2 other sheds that I need to install gutters. And again, I'm going to do that this spring, hopefully before summer, the summer monsoon. So, you know, to be able to collect even more rainwater. Whatever water I can transfer up here from the totes, from the rainwater, I do that as often as possible. I also save some of those totes down there, once again for the animals, for the garden area, the trees that we've planted. And it's been working, guys. Like I said, it's been working, so it's just a matter of fine-tuning things. And this is how we do things now. This is the way we've done it for 3.5 years. Something may change in the future, you know, to make it easier or better or different. But for now, this is what works for us. And once again, everybody's different, guys. Everybody's different. Everybody's got their own routines. Anyway, folks, thanks for tuning in. Just a quick video. It's a beautiful morning. And we are enjoying what we're doing out here. If you have any questions regarding this lifestyle, please ask me. And if you're new to the channel, thank you for subscribing. I do appreciate it. And stay tuned for more videos. We'll talk to you next time, folks.